Hi guys, welcome to Pom Closet. Today I'm going to be showing how to make a very simple skirt by using these Addi machines. Addi king size. So this is knitting machine, the manual machine, and there are 46 needles. So you can knit round or you can knit the flat panel pieces, and you will also need any yarn. This one I'm using the nylon yarn. For how much do we need, I will put down on the description below. And you will also need a crochet hook, 4mm, a pair of cutter, a yarn needles, and a tape measure. To begin with, I have done a few clothes, a few items by using this machine. So you basically just gonna do exactly the same. We're gonna start with a very simple method by rotating the yarn, rotating the king size machine, the Addi machine, to the first stitch. Every needle has the stitches number, so it's quite dark. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the black one's always the first, second, the third, and so on until the needle number 46. So this one we will do the flat panels. So how to cast on, just do the same as the other pieces that I have done with this machine. So do the front back method and do this for 44 stitches. So you just keep doing the front back. Just need to put the yarn in the yarn slot, press it down, clear all the rows. So we have this numbers 0, and we need to do the backwards. We need to rotate the yarn backwards. So make sure the yarn goes under. The needles catch the yarn. You just keep rotating. The first few rows just have to go slow and be very careful. You have to make sure that the needles catch all the yarns. And I have reached the first stitch. I'm just gonna go backwards. So forwards. You just keep going backwards and forwards. Keep knitting until you reach row 100. After 100 rows, you need to cast off this piece, and what to do, just grab the crochet hook, the 4mm, and get the yarn out of the yarn slot. And rotating back, you transfer the yarn from the first stitch to the crochet hook and then chain 1. Transfer the yarn from the second stitch to the crochet hook, chain 1, slip the yarn through and then chain 1. The next stitch, just keep rotating the rotator, transfer the yarn through the needles, so you have 2 loops, and then just put the yarn through and then chain 1. keep doing this until you reach the last stitch. After you cast off this piece from the machine, you will need to measure it. So the width is 24 inches, and the length I need to fold it and measure it. That would be 15 inches times 2, so the length of this piece is 30 inches. So do another one of these. The 2 pieces of this skirt, and I'm gonna show you. You can see the differences between this edge of this piece and that piece. So this piece, basically, I just pull the strands at the end, so I make the edge tighter. This one I have done, and this one, this is where we cast on. And to make it to look like this piece, you just need to pull the end where this is where you cast on. So basically you just keep pulling, just keep sliding this strand until the piece is tighter. So it's not too loose or too tight. When you wear it, and you will feel comfortable with it. So these 2 pieces done, so we need to join or combine them together. So what you do, you just lie down one piece, the right side facing you. This is the top part and this is the bottom. And you grab another piece. Grab another piece. And this is the bottom part, the top part. This is the bottom part. And we need to put right side facing right side together. And just get the stitch markers on. So I will put one at the corner, the top corner. So that would be one, and this one, and then you do the bottom corner. To do this side. So I will put more stitch markers on both sides. I have the stitch markers on both sides of the skirt. So now we need to combine these 2 pieces together. Just grab the crochet needles, crochet hook. As I have left the yarn at the bottom, at the top of this skirt, so I will use it to connect the pieces. So I will insert a crochet hook. So insert a crochet hook and then pull the yarn through. And you just need to grab the 2 pieces. So what you do, I'm just gonna go for a slip stitch. Just grab the 2 pieces, put the needles through front, back, and slip stitch. Just pull the yarn through basically. And one side is done, so I will complete the other side as well. I'm now complete both sides of this skirt, and I will turn this piece inside out. So what you need to do next, you need to find, this is where we cast off, and this bottom part is where we cast on. So the bottom part, I will leave it. First we need to do the waistband. For the waistband, you just need to grab another yarn, leave it for 7 to 8 centimeters, and you do the slip knot to make a little loop, and then crochet up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then chain 2 more, and do the half double crochet on the third chains. So 1, 2, 3, half double crochet, just pull through, and the rest just do the half double crochets till you reach the last stitch. Then chain 2, turn the work, and you will go to the back of the third chain and do half double crochets. So basically you just do the half double crochets only for the strap of this waistband. So back loop only, half double crochets till you reach the last stitch. You will end up having 10 of the half double crochets on each row. So keep doing this until you reach the length of your hips. For this skirt, I'm making it size small. So the hip size, my size chart, so the hip size of the size small, it's around 34 to 36 inches. I'm done this band, and the length is around 34 inches, so that would fit the size small hips. And you need to fold this in half and put the stitch markers on. So when we connect or joining the pieces together, so you know where the side, and grab the waistband that we did, and we need to connect the two sides together. I will fold this piece into half like this, and you still have the end of this yarn. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start from the first stitch from my right hand side, and you need to pull the yarn from the other end through, and move on to the next stitch. I will go for the back stitch, pull the yarn through the next stitch with the back stitch, and just keep doing. And the last stitch, I'm just gonna reconnect this piece with the skirt piece. So what you do, this is the wrong side, what we have just connected, and this is the right side. So we need to put the right side and the right side together and corner to corner. So that would be one corner. I will attach to the corner of the skirt, which is the side here. So it's my wrong side facing me, the right side, facing the right side of the skirt. And here's the corner. This is the side where we did connecting the two pieces. I will put as many stitch markers on as I can. So this side, and where we fold this band in half, you need to go to another side of the skirt. And try to adjust the piece, because the skirt it's longer than the waistband. So what we need to do, we just have to fold the band into half, put the stitch markers on, and fold the skirts into half. And put the stitch marker from the waistband. And then you just have to try to get the piece to equal the waistband size. So I will keep putting the stitch markers on, and then we do the same techniques as on this side here by doing just slip stitch. Here is the skirt, and what I need to do next, I need to reconnect the yarn where the side of the skirt, and through the needle, through the yarn through, and tie it. Then change up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will skip the 2 half double crochets, so 1 here, 1 here. I will slip stitch on the next stitch, and then you chain up to 6, skip 1, 2 half double crochets, and slip stitch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 1, 2 half double crochets. So you keep repeating this until you get to the last stitch on the other ends here, and you cut off the yarn. We can thread them in, we can weave them in later on. And the skirt part, also we need to do the tassels by getting the 2 strands of yarn. I will wrap this around my 3 fingers like this, round 5 times, and then wrap the yarn around the needles. Just tie it, pull it very tight, and try to pull these 2 strands through these loops here. And just keep changing for the length of, I would say, 120 centimeters. And you can just trim this. And after 120 centimeters, I will cut off the yarn about this length, around 16 centimeters, and you need to grab the 2 strands of yarn and wrap around your 3 fingers, 4, 5 rounds. this off and then use the 2 strands here, put 1 strand through and you just tied it. This is how I do the tassels, but you can do another techniques if you know any, but this is quite easy. And you need to grab another yarn and just wrap around the top part of these tassels. I will go for 2 rounds. Pull it tight. I do twice and then just trim this off. And you will have 2 tassels. So what you need to do next is grab the skirt and just go through. I need to find the middle front. So I have the side and this is another side, so I fold this into half and I will have the middle part. I will pull one tassels, one end of the tassels, and I just keep going like this, up down until you reach the other side. And here you have the strings with the tassels along the waistline. I think I'm gonna do something extra on this bottom part of the skirt. So I will grab the yarn and starting from the end, the side of the skirt. So I still have these strands left. I'm just gonna connecting this. So what I'm gonna do here, pull the needle through. Here's my first stitch and chain up to 4. I will do the triple crochets by yarn over twice, and you just come back to the same stitch. Pull the yarn through once, twice, and close. So you can see the stitches here very close to each other. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go for 3 triple crochets in the same stitch. So it's my first stitch. I have 3 triple crochets, and the next stitch, which is here, I will yarn over twice, put the yarn through once, twice, close. Do 2 more. So now I have 3 triple crochets in the 2 stitches, and the third one you can see here in the next stitch next to each other. And just keep doing this until you reach the last stitch. After you've done the first round with 3 triple crochets in the same stitch, and the next row you need to crochet up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the triple crochets in every stitches all the way around. And for row 3 you just need to chain 4 and then do the triple crochets in the same stitch next stitch 2 triple crochets in the same stitch, and the rest of the row just repeats the same. So I'm gonna repeat row 2 and row 3 for the rest of the skirt. Alright guys, I have decided to just go for 4 rows of these triple crochets. So the first row, just 3 double crochets in each of the stitches. The second row without any adding, and the third row 2 double crochets in each of the stitches, and the last row here just no adding. So I really hope you like the tutorial guys, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. I also made this top just to wear with these skirts, and I'm gonna be making this tutorial in the future.